Hi, it's Jim, and we're here at Quick Learning Superhero U headquarters, and I'm here with our head of security, and what he loves to do is smash. He loves to smash things. And we're going to talk about the 5 keys, the 5 tips for smashing this villain called procrastination. And so procrastination really is a villain. It's one of the things that keep us from learning things. It's one of the things that keep us from getting things done easily and quickly. So how do you overcome it? Okay, so the first tip for smashing procrastination is to put it off. You procrastinate procrastinating. If you're really good at procrastinating, try putting it off. The second way to smash procrastination is to start somewhere. And this utilizes a principle actually in memory called the Zeigarnik effect. And the Zeigarnik effect is named after the psychologist that was studying waitstaff, and she wanted to find out how people remembered different orders and when they actually forgot, and found out that it would actually remember the orders until the orders were actually delivered and served. And once that happened, they would actually forget the orders. How does this relate to procrastination? It means this, that if you remember the things that you're likely to start, like somebody taking an order, and you think about it and you focus on it and you're going to recall it, you're more likely to finish it. And so the Zeigarnik effect is saying start somewhere, start anywhere, because if you're likely to start something, you're more likely to finish it. The number 3 tip for smashing procrastination is this: break it down into small parts. Break the project down into small parts. Often what we do is when we have a big project that we kind of put off, we put it off for days or weeks or months, we build it up really big inside of our head, so we never actually get started. So what we're doing is we're deconstructing it. We're unpacking it and breaking it into small, easily digestible parts. And so you start with one thing, because here's the thing: inch by inch, it's a cinch. Yard by yard, it's too hard. So break it down into small parts. The 4th tip for smashing procrastination is this: be kind to yourself. Be kind to yourself. What does this mean? Often when people procrastinate, they tend to feel guilty. But recent research suggests this, that if you're kind to yourself, if you're nice to yourself, if you acknowledge that this happens to everybody and you forgive yourself, you're less likely to do it. So if you want to get yourself to move forward fast, to procrastinate less, be kind to yourself when you procrastinate. And finally, number 5, to smash procrastination is this, the 5th tip, is to know your why. Know your why. I believe that there's a success formula. I call it H cubed. That goes from your head to your heart to your hands. But if you just keep things in your head and you think about the things you need to do and you visualize them and you affirm them in your mind, in your head here, but you're not actually acting with your hands, usually what's missing is the second H called your heart, the emotion, the energy of motion. I had a martial arts instructor teach me years ago that you can't steer a parked car. And so what's the fuel? What fuels you? Why do you need to do this? Why do you want to do this? Connect with your why. My good friend Simon Sinek wrote this book called Start With Why. I highly recommend it. It's called Start With Why. But basically what we're talking about is reasons reap results. Come up with 1, 2, 3 reasons why you need to act right now, and you're more likely to do it. So there you go, superheroes. The 5 tips for smashing procrastination. Number 1, you put it off. Number 2, you start somewhere, anywhere. Number 3, you break it down into small, bite-sized, digestible parts. Number 4, you be kind, you forgive yourself. And finally, number 5 is you start with your why. You find out what your motivation is, you come up with your reasons to do the thing, and you get to results. If you want more quick tips, subscribe here and leave your comments and questions down below. This is Jim Quick with Quick Learning. I look forward to helping you learn quickly.